I recently stumbled upon the MotionVFX platform, and after watching a few of the tutorials, I decided I would take it for a spin myself. So I did go ahead and download some of their Premiere Pro version plugins because I am an Adobe guy using Photoshop and Lightroom for a long time. In this case, I'm going to use the Premiere Pro versions of this and try it out. Now, at the time of this video, I am not sponsored by MotionVFX at all. This is just me getting started on my YouTube journey and kind of using this as a way to make titles, make videos go a lot faster and smoother for me. So I wanted to see if this was actually worth spending money on. So let's check it out. So I do have a project I already started just to kind of get into this quicker. We just want to look at the titles and how easy it is to use the MotionVFX graphics. I do have a timeline already with some clips on from some drone footage I took over Newport Coast. So we're just going to go in here and add in some graphics. We want to change our window and go to our workspace and change it over to graphics. And that's going to bring up all of our effects from the pack that we bought. So there's 30 of them, 30 titles. Now, they aren't automatically put into a library for you. You do have to manually do them in a library, but it's kind of quick to create that. If they weren't, if I just had everything here, you would just see all of the motion and graphics I have and the plugins I have installed. And then you can always just search for it. You can just do title. So yeah, mTitle Simple 2. They are tagged, so they're quick to find. In my case, I already have it in a library, and so they're pretty easy for me. So in this case, we're just going to go through these and see they're pretty easy. Just drag and drop them in. So I'll pick one right here, simple design. And there we go. Now, it does change the fonts if you don't have the font installed on your computer. If you right click on the graphic and hit info, you will see which fonts are needed for this. So if you don't have the fonts installed, you can always go to Adobe Fonts or just go to Google and find the fonts that you need. That is one way to do it. Or you can just play around with fonts and pick which one you like. So we're just going to go ahead and select our title, hit edit. So simple should be the left. So we'll put Roboto. So it looks like I don't have those, but this is just to kind of demonstrate the pack. We're just going to kind of change this around. So simple design. So we'll put explore Newport. And in this case, we'll say it's for a travel blog. The title is a little bit too long for our clip, so it's pretty quick to just kind of drag it over. And if you do that, it's going to just change the graphic effects for you. So you don't have to like go in there and retime or anything. If you shrink it, it'll automatically just adjust it for you, which is pretty cool, I think. I do want the Newport to be a little bit smaller. Go in here and pick another one. So again, it is going to kind of fill it in on its own. I'm going to like this one for the end here. We're going to change this to say visit today. And again, you can kind of resize it on your own. So we want visit to fill up. I think that fills it in a little bit better. Now we just need one more clip to put in here. So you'll get this error pop up sometimes, and that just has to do with the fonts because not all the fonts are already installed. So you will have to search for these fonts. You can find them on Google. You can find them on Adobe Fonts. I think this one, when I looked it up, it was going to some weird website, so I just didn't want to download off of that. I'm just going to go ahead and plug in a different font for that. So in this case, with the color, you can actually change the color of the line. I think that's pretty cool. Let's say we want to go like something blue, a little light blue there. Something a little bit, you know, I think that fits the look of this a lot better. And that's pretty much all there is to it. So let's check out what this final cut looks like with the music turned on. The plugins are very easy to install. MotionVFX does have an installer that they downloaded, and it just took 5 seconds to just install these plugins. I loaded it up and they were right there ready to go. I can see myself using a lot of these titles, but I can also see some of the titles that I probably won't ever touch, that they just don't really do anything for me. Now at $89, I did have a 10% off code because I signed up with my email and they sent me that to get started. I didn't realize at the same time that there was a 30% off discount going on for Black Friday. So I did use that 30% off discount to buy a few more plugins that I'll be going over down the road and some more videos. But in this case, as far as the ease of use, it's pretty easy. I can see any beginner to expert kind of using this. Again, it's really just drag and drop, plug it in, play with the fonts, adjust the settings just a little bit to kind of make it fit what you're looking to do. So personally, for me, it is worth it because I have a lot less time and I want to get to creating content a lot quicker. So this does speed up my workflow quite a bit with editing. I can just drop in titles, do some quick little edits to make it look the way I want to look, and then I'm good to go from there. Now, if you have a lot more time and maybe less money, this might not be the best use of your money right off the bat. But I think as you grow in your journey, this will kind of speed it up a lot quicker. Or you can learn how to make titles yourself. But again, these are some pretty cool titles. And even though I won't use all of these, I think that I'm going to get a lot of use out of the ones that I did download. And with over 30, there's a lot more. So I can't wait to dive into the rest of the plugins I bought and make some videos on those as well.